How many videos can I make one video into? Should we unbox my new glasses? Whoa, everything's yellow now. Should I wear them for the whole video? I'm not gonna do that. Welcome everyone, this is Joey with Krypton to Alderaan, and today I thought I'd try a little bit something different than what we usually do here. Lorelai and I just moved into a new space and I kind of wanted to show it off because I've been working on it, but I also have some empty shelves, some new shelves that I put up that I need to fill. Currently, all my stuff is still, or a lot of my stuff is still boxed up, so I thought it would be fun to do something like an unboxing video of my comic books. No real surprises in there, I don't think. They're mine, so I should know what's in there. Who knows? So I thought it might be fun to do a little, take them out of the box, talk about them a little bit, and see how that goes. See how long I can go. There aren't too many single issues, they're all trades, but I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't want this to take too long, and I don't know how to edit it, and I don't know, is this fun content? I don't know. I don't know how to do this. We'll see. Anyway, here's my face, and let's get into it. So I actually noticed that I was missing some stuff. Some of them were in another box, and now they're on top of this box. But we're going to do a little bit of an off-boxing, and then we'll get into an unboxing. So should I start with Star Wars, or is that a little too on the nose? I think I'm going to start with not Star Wars. There's not that much not Star Wars on top of the box. Something I don't talk about enough on Krypton to Alderaan, maybe I've never talked about. I really love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm a pretty big fan. So number 1 right at the top is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Number 50. I love this comic book. It's been a while since I've opened it up, but I think it retcons the turtle origin story. So it has flashbacks to like feudal Japan and Splinter as a human and his friendship with Shredder and the turtles as boys. I think that's this one. Anyway, if I'm wrong, whatever. If I'm right, hooray for me. But super fun issue. I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Plop. Next, Tinian and Williams Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles run. These are just so fun. I mean, come on. I really love these books. It's a fun Batman Turtles romp. Pick them up at your LCBS today. You might have to order these. You know what? That's the end of the not Star Wars stuff on top. Surprise, surprise. What a shock. So the first one, the first Star Wars book here is just so good. Listen, all of these are good. Why would I curate my collection with stuff I don't find good? It's Princess Leia. This is just required reading. I don't know what else to say about it other than pick up this and any other Princess Leia stories that are out there. Highly recommend. Ooh, Darth Maul, son of Dathomir. Also, maybe required reading. I'm a huge fan of Darth Maul. He's one of my favorite Star Wars villains. This takes place between when Sidious captures him in Clone Wars and season 7 of Clone Wars. I'm going to try not to say everything's so good or this thing's my favorite thing or whatever too many times during this, but honestly, I love all of these books that I have, so that's why we're here. I'm a huge fan of Star Wars: The High Republic. This is the only High Republic trade I have so far, which is a tragedy. It's tragic. Pick up High Republic stuff if you like Star Wars. I love the High Republic. I love it. Oh, geez. Okay, so these I have to group together because there are just so many of them, and I could talk about them forever, so we'd be here all day. Another one of my favorite Star Wars villains is Vader. Sorry if that's basic, but I love each and every one of these runs. The Gillen run, the Soul run, the Greg Peck run. I think it's so good. I think it's so cool to get more and more in the backstory of this character. I like them a lot. What are you gonna do? This is something I didn't even know existed until I found it in a comic book shop like a year ago. The graphic novelization of Star Wars: A New Hope. I had no idea they existed until I saw this, and I had to have it. Okay, we are now getting into the box. It is officially an unboxing video. Ooh, good stuff. Right on top is this beautiful Ahsoka by Batu Mando. Follow them on social media everywhere. I mean, it's just incredible. Look at it. It's amazing. I love it. But anyway, that was on top. All right, a little bit of backstory with this one. This show, I watched season 1, and it didn't really connect with me, but I had heard people talking about the comic book run for so long in such a good way. So after the first season of the show aired, I picked up the comic books. I don't know why I'm like teasing it. Lock and key. These are truly as good as anyone you've ever heard talk about them has told you. I mean, these covers, come on, look at this one. This one's my favorite one of the bunch. They're beautiful. It's a beautiful story about a family dealing with the loss of a loved one in a very comic booky way, but still a very meaningful and heartfelt way. These are incredible. Read these books. Another show that came to Netflix in the Netflix Marvel era was Jessica Jones. I love that show so much, especially the first season. I did not read these until after that show came out. These are also very good. Brian Michael Bendis does it again. I would recommend trying these out if you liked the show Jessica Jones. Okay, so this one has also somewhat inspired a recent Marvel TV show. If you liked WandaVision and you haven't read this, you should read this. I really love this book. It's so weird and fun and good. Just like Krypton to Alderaan. That's why you love us, right? That's why we're all here. All right, so we're going to round out the Marvel stuff here. I don't have a lot of Marvel comics, but these, when I read them, I had to pick them up. The Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. Brian Michael Bendis again, and it is the, oh, spoiler alert, skip ahead. So this is the transition from Peter Parker Spider-Man to Miles Morales Spider-Man. So we have the death of Peter Parker Spider-Man, death of Spider-Man Fallout, and then we have Miles Morales taking the reins as Spider-Man. It's so emotional. And honestly, sometimes I pull this off the shelf just to get teary-eyed. I love this cover. And there's Uncle Ben leading Peter away saying, "You did good, kid." Come on. That's all the Marvel that there is. So what's next, you might ask? We talked about Tom King before with Vision. This is an incredible book. That red is no good, huh? It's just so fun and weird. Pick it up, read it, find it, borrow it, read it, whatever. Just read it, okay? I'm a big fan of Swamp Thing. There's my Swamp Thing figure right there. It's dark up there. Maybe I need some lights. Anyway, Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, classic Swamp Thing, classic artwork, classic story, classic. Plop. Should we do some weird Grant Morrison stuff? Here's some weird Grant Morrison stuff. Animal Man. Doesn't get any weirder than that. Straight out of the mind of Grant Morrison. And that means it's kind of like a fever dream and chaos. Hey, a lot like this video. Animal Man. Love the character. Love Grant Morrison. They're great together. Another straight out of the mind of Grant Morrison. We Three. Grant Morrison, I really adore his creations. Incredible storyteller and just really out there. And Frank Quitely, to me, is one of the greatest comic book artists ever. I'm very drawn to his art. It's very aesthetically appealing to me. You know what? Another fun romp. Just like really out there. I love this book. Another classic that probably needs no introduction. I'm just going to show you that it is, in fact, on my shelf. I get the nerd cred for this one. Crisis on Infinite Earths. If you don't have something by Marv Wolfman and George Perez on your shelf, you should get something. No judgment. Just run out and pick something up. This is the standard that comic books were held to for me for a very, very, very long time. It is a staple in DC reading and in DC history. I mean, this was a very important collection of stories. So, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Final bit of Grant Morrison, I think. Just a all-star team. Morrison, Mark Waid, Howard Porter, Grant Morrison's JLA. So out there. Batman undercover in Darkseid's regime. Oh man. Classic 90s electric Superman. Come on. Grant Morrison. A+. Oh, something a little more recent, but I also really enjoyed Batman the White Knight. Batman and the Joker switch roles here a little bit, where the Joker gets rehabilitated and Batman can't, I guess, handle the idea of that. Joker trying to fix up Gotham. I really liked that swap. I'm not a fan at all of Joker apology stories or anything like that, but this hits a little bit different in a rehabilitation kind of way. Good stuff. Another Batman by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale, The Long Halloween. Great Batman detective story about a serial killer who targets their victims on holidays, The Holiday Killer or Holiday or something. It's been a while since I've read it, but looks good up on my shelf. All right, we're in the end game now, the last few in the box, and I saved the best for last. Can you guess what it is? Superman. And if you are the kind of person who says, why do you like Superman? He's boring. He's all powerful. A, you're not going to like this bit of the video. And B, I think maybe you don't get it. This is all going to be Superman from here on out. This, in particular, for those of you who don't know, several years ago, DC once again rebooted its comic book universe and called it DC Universe Rebirth. And I absolutely loved this reboot. This comic book is part of that run. It is also not only my favorite Superman cover, but my favorite comic book cover of all time. The cover by Jorge Jimenez, who's an incredible comic book artist. Follow him on social media. It's beautiful. I got this at New York City Comic Con in 2017. Peter Tomasi signed it for me. He was actually the same issue, different cover, but signed at a time when both Peter Tomasi and Pat Gleason were there. So I got them both on that one. Okay, we have to talk about this. I love Superman. It's clear by now. I loved Smallville, watched it for 10 years. Y'all, it was on for 10 years. The season 11 comic books, y'all, you have no idea how good these are. These are so good. These are so good. Superman Birthright. It's an origin story of Superman. I'm not going to talk a lot about it. There's two things I want to show you. This page, I love this page. I love it so much. And then one thing in this book, something I think about almost weekly, the first time Clark puts on the suit, please don't let me look ridiculous. I love this book. I've shown you a lot. I haven't shown you everything, but I feel like it's been a good insight into my collection, and it's good enough to get this stuff out of the box and onto my shelves. That being said, I have saved my best for last. This comic book story started coming out in 2006, I believe, and quickly hooked me in because of the writer and the artist and the story. All-Star Superman. In my opinion, it does not get better than this. This is a book that I pick up every couple of months and read again and again and again and again. Superman flies into the sun and his cells get super saturated with solar radiation. He's basically dying, and this is him going through his last few adventures. It changed my life as a comic book nerd in 2006. So, this is my reading copy. This is my display copy. Absolute All-Star Superman. It's amazing. This is it next to my head. It's so good. I hate to even open this. I'm putting it back in the box because I'm worried about it. This is display only. I can't get it back in the box. Whoop. All-Star Superman. Love it. All right, well, that's pretty much everything. Not everything, but most of everything. Anyway, was this anything? Should I do more of this type of stuff? Is this fun for you? Was it fun for me? I don't know. I'll have to decide when I watch this back. Who knows? Hey, you know what? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any recommendations for comic books or trades or anything that I should read or pick up, let me know in the comments below. And it would be awesome to talk to y'all about comic books and stuff like that. If you're not familiar with our podcast, we're Krypton to Alderaan. In any podcast platform, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just search Krypton to Alderaan. Obviously, here on YouTube, if you could hit that subscribe button and like this video and all that fun YouTube stuff so I can figure out if it's worth doing this again. Yeah, let me know. And until next time, pick up some of these books and read them, or don't, or borrow them from the library. Either way, see you next time. Thanks for watching.